short video today. Made up some new slide shoes for the plow, for the quad plow. So I was going to cut the old ones off and put the new ones on, got to drill them out. And hopefully I'll get some video of that for you today. And maybe some ultra exciting video of me plowing some snow today. So anyway, if you guys don't have snow wherever you are, just imagine how much fun I'm having. Alright, so this is what we made up. Don't have this video part for you, but anyway, took some 5-inch discs, put them on the press, pushed them slightly, what would that be, concave? I guess, depends which way you want to do. Concave, convex, right? Whatever. And we'll have some 3/4 bolts on, and the lockers will be there. Here's the old ones. There's one. They are absolutely wore and beat. So they are substantially bigger than these ones. They'll still fit right behind the cutter blade. So it's important that they fit right behind the cutter blade. And they do just by maybe, I'll back a bit, by about a 3/4 inch, 1/2 inch maybe. But they just have to fit, you know, as long as they don't stick out front. If that makes any sense to you guys. So anyway, like so, like I said, here's the old one. Substantially different. These ones will have a tendency to slide a little nicer, and they're quite thick. So probably what was that, 1/4 inch, I guess. 5/8. No, sorry, 1/4 inch or a 3/8. And we'll take the other one off, cut the other one off, and get it all mounted up. And then it goes on the front of the quad. Alright, we'll cut the old ones off. They're pretty badly rusted on there. I can't even budge the nuts, so we'll just cut them off. And then we'll drill out the holes with a 3/4 inch rod. That's one. Am I getting sparks in your eyes? Trying to block you. All right. They're off. On to the next thing. Drilling. Well, at this point I'm thinking, why don't I have a 3/4 inch a 3/4 inch drill bit? Wouldn't that make life so much easier? But a 1/2 inch drill bit. Unfortunately, that's not close enough. So I could drill it out to the 1/2 inch, and I could ream it. But you know what I think I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna take my grinder, and instead of cutting that hole, instead of making that hole the 3/4 and, you know, probably an 1/8 over, I'm just gonna slot it. So I will just slot it right here, and then if you understand what I'm saying, then the shoe will just sit in the slot, and then it'll tighten down. And it's not going to go anywhere because why would it? Would it go somewhere? Yeah, it might try to push out the back, but you know, it'll be so tight I don't think it's going to push anywhere, so it should be just fine. It's not like it's going to be sliding. It's not like there's going to be a whole lot of friction there. So I think that's what I'll do. I'm going to slot it. If it ends up being an issue with having it slotted, then I can just as easily weld the 3/4 nut right into that slot, and then yeah, I can just do that. But for now, I'll slot it. Like I say, if it gives me trouble, I'll weld the 3/4 nut in there. So let's try that. All right, let's mark off the distance on our slots. I just going all willy-nilly, not that I couldn't just eyeball it, but will save me later on having weld the piece in. Let's see how deep can we go. About as deep as the original hole, I'd say. That looks about right. I'm going to open up the door and do the grinding. The door open on this one because, yeah, you know, I got fuel and stuff in here, and it starts really stinking once you do a whole bunch of cutting in here. So no use burning the place down, is there? I gotta live here. Go. Looks be about right. Looks good there. All right. On with the cutting. Make sure I have a full mask that I usually wear too, but make sure you wear glasses. Don't be foolish. There, that should give you something to look at. It's lately snowing outside. They're calling for a Colorado low coming in, and apparently it's already here, and we're supposed to get a fair amount of snow. Well, we were supposed to have already got a fair amount of snow. We're supposed to have already got quite a bit of snow, but we'll see how it accumulates over the day. It's supposed to get windy tomorrow. All tangled up. Just gotta knock those out of there. Okay, it's kind of a tough angle, but so we got the majority of it out, and because I don't really have a small die grinder to get in there with, I could get in there with my my ream, but what I'll do is just make a series of cuts, and I'll just snap off the edges, and I'll just clean it up. So anyway, we're almost there. Let you watch that part, and yeah, prepare to be excited. You see that? There's your first bit of excitement. I just smashed my head into my door. finish up this one. It's a plow. It's not going in the Museum of Modern Art. You know, unless somebody really wanted to petition for it to do that. Look at it. It's amazing, isn't it? That's pretty reasonable. You got a file, you go right with a file. You got a touch. Go grab that. Just you guys go ahead and entertain yourselves for a little bit. I'm grabbing this file. So coming home today, man, the snow is really piling up on the highway. People hitting the ditches already. They're just insane. I'm sure the majority of them don't have a clue how to drive. Alright, I'm back. What have you guys been doing? You keeping busy? Take the sharp edges off. There's absolutely no reason, man. I really should have a little die grinder. Apparently everything I do is straight cuts. I don't notch anything else out, I guess. There we go. That's good. See if it fits, hey? Does it fit? A little more slop on that side. That's okay. It'll take up. Okay. What am I gonna do next? Get some nuts and bolts and set the height. Again, just feel free to keep yourselves busy. Here, a little bit for you. So you can look at Herman's house for a bit. Keep an eye out, make sure he doesn't sneak up and try to startle me. You guys see him anywhere? That's what we got going on. see that? There you go. Notched it. That's it right there. May have to actually cut that 3/4 nut, or that 3/4 bolt to fit. There was some interference issue with the back of the plow, but we'll have to see. It may. Yeah, I can actually move it out some. It's actually not a bad idea. It doesn't lock me into a certain distance. I can be, quite a ways out from the blade, and just to adjust it, wherever I need it. And like I say, if it gets to be an issue, I will. Reasonably, I can just weld the nut right on here if I want to. That would probably take care of. It's not a bad idea either. Let's go with this first, though. 2 washers, and one nut is going to be our jam nut. Like so. It's all just kind of winging it. I really don't have any plan here per se, except to have a good, heavy, sturdy shoe, glide shoe, whatever you want to call it. And here, you can tell I don't have a plan. I put the washer on the wrong side. How's that sound? Maybe I should rehearse this first, right? Come across as a much smoother, professional video. It's like Malcolm's. Everything would be professional and smooth and very pro. So we're looking at something like that. Yeah, try that. Try that for starters. Okay, washer. You guys helping me? Washer on the right side, right? Let's put a locker too. Washer and a locker. And being as I have a slot, I don't have to put it through and then feed it through. I can do it later on, like I'm doing right now. Sorry guys, my battery just died there. Wow, that is, you guys can see that. That is like, I couldn't get that any more perfect if I tried. There you go. See the distance there? Got like an 1/8 of an inch distance from hitting the plow blade. So anyway, the way you set these is you put it on the plow. Basically, you hook the plow up onto the quad, and then you just look at the distance that you have. I like to have probably a 3/4 inch distance between the blade and the garage floor. And then that's how you set them, because things are going to tilt, maybe the quad a little bit off, the weak spring, whatever. But you can get out a tape measure all you want, or it's easier just to set one height and then adjust the other one to what you need. So just not sure how far we're going to go. Just like I say, we'll kind of wing it. And we'll try it right there. I'll lock it on, and I'll stand it up, and we'll see what we end up with. I'm going to shut you guys down for a bit, and I'm going to get the first one set up and locked in, and I'll get the other one on too, and then you can join me for the last part. All right, guys. So we got the rudder heights set, just where I kind of eyeballed them there. Get them even on both sides of the blade. And important thing too is make sure your air pressures are set equally on your quad. Otherwise the height is going to be different from side to side. You don't want that. It's amazing how strong I am, isn't it? Okay, goes over. So, and that is basically the slide height of our plow. And I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's actually, it's perfect. I really don't want to mess with any. That's exactly how it sits. You guys see, I'm just going to take you off the stand I got here. So that's what we end up with, which is, I'm going to say 1/3 of an inch, getting close to, yeah, maybe like 4, yeah, like a 1/2 inch, somewhere in there. I think it looks good. You don't want to be digging down and scraping because you dig at the grass and the gravel. You want a little bit of height, and that's about it. So that's when that's what you end up with when you set your, when you drop your cable. So your cable hooks into here, and it lifts your plow up and down. But if you want it to just slide, then you let it all the way down, let it relax, and it just slides along. I'll give you a demonstration in a bit once I get my outside gear on, get my tools put away. But that's it basically. Anyway, catch you back outside.
Mr. Plow, that's my name. That name again is Mr. Plow.